The Boy Who Didn't Believe in Himself, a Christmas Miracle Tale. Once upon a time, in a small snowy town nestled between frost-covered hills, there lived a boy named Oliver. The air was crisp, and the streets sparkled with fairy lights as Christmas drew near. Everywhere, the scent of freshly baked cookies and pine trees filled the air, and children laughed as they built snowmen and sang carols. But in a cozy little house at the edge of town, Oliver sat alone at his wooden desk. A blank piece of paper lay before him, its whiteness as intimidating as the winter snow outside. His pen trembled in his small hand as he stared at the empty page. He wanted to write to Santa, just like his friends did, but something inside held him back. "How can I say I've been good all year?" he whispered to himself, his voice barely audible over the wind outside. "I'm not special. I'm not worthy of presents." You see, Oliver was a boy with a heart as warm as a hearth on a winter's night. He helped his elderly neighbor carry groceries through the icy streets, shared his lunch with classmates when they forgot theirs, and comforted stray animals he found shivering in the cold. But in his heart, he didn't believe any of that made him good enough. Memories of the times he made mistakes haunted him. The time he accidentally spilled juice on his homework. The day he forgot to feed the fish when he was too tired. Good kids don't mess up, he thought sadly. Santa wouldn't want to hear from someone like me. As the clock ticked softly, Oliver sighed and put his pen down. "I can't do this," he whispered, his eyes filling with tears. He curled up under his thick blanket, hugging his knees to his chest as the wind howled outside. Loneliness settled heavily in his heart like freshly fallen snow. He wondered if anyone else ever felt like he did, small and unseen. That night, as Oliver lay curled up in his bed, a soft, magical glow filled his room. The light shimmered like stardust, wrapping around the walls like a protective blanket. He sat up, his breath hitching, as a gentle voice spoke. "Oliver, why haven't you sent your letter?" Out of the shimmering light stepped a figure dressed in silver and white, the spirit of Christmas wishes. Her gown sparkled like freshly fallen snow, and her eyes shone with warmth and kindness. I don't think I deserve gifts," Oliver admitted, his voice trembling. "I'm not special." The spirit knelt beside him, her touch light as a snowflake. "Oliver, do you remember helping Mr. Thompson carry his groceries through the snow last week?" "Yes," he murmured, barely meeting her gaze. "And sharing your lunch with Ben when he forgot his?" "Yes, but those are small things. They don't really matter." The spirit smiled softly. "Small acts of kindness are the greatest gifts of all. Being good doesn't mean being perfect. It means trying your best, being kind, and learning from mistakes." Tears filled Oliver's eyes, sparkling like winter frost. "I never thought of it that way." "Believing in yourself is the first step," the spirit said gently, cupping his hands in hers. "You are worthy of love and joy, just as you are." Hope blossomed in Oliver's chest like a winter rose. With newfound courage, he climbed out of bed and sat at his desk. This time, his hand didn't tremble. He wrote, "Dear Santa, I've tried my best to be kind this year. I helped when I could and cared for others. If it's not too much, I would love a new sketchbook for drawing. Thank you." Warmth filled his heart as he sealed the envelope. He finally understood, being worthy isn't about being perfect. It's about seeing the good within yourself, even when it feels small. From that Christmas forward, Oliver never doubted his worth again, and he never forgot that even the smallest acts of kindness shine brighter than the biggest presents under any tree. And in the quiet moments of winter, when snow blanketed the world in peaceful silence, he often thought of the spirit of Christmas wishes and the light she had left glowing in his heart forever. As the years went by, Oliver carried the lessons of that magical night with him. He grew older, but the memory of the spirit's kind words stayed vivid in his heart. One particularly harsh winter, Oliver, now a teenager, saw a young girl crying on the same snowy street where he once felt alone. She held a torn envelope addressed to Santa. "What's wrong?" Oliver asked gently. "I tried to write to Santa," she sniffled, "but I messed up the letter, and now he won't know what I want." Oliver knelt down, just as the spirit of Christmas wishes had done for him. "Sometimes letters aren't perfect," he said softly. "But what matters is that you tried. That's already something special." The girl's eyes widened. "Really? Really?" He smiled, helping her fold the torn letter neatly. "Why don't we write a new one together?" And so, under the glow of sparkling streetlights, Oliver helped the little girl craft her letter. As they worked, he realized that the magic of Christmas didn't come from perfect words or grand gestures. It came from kindness, love, and believing that you are enough, just as you are. And in that moment, Oliver understood that the spirit of Christmas wishes had never truly left him. Her light lived on in every act of kindness, every word of encouragement, and every heart touched by the magic of believing.